baseball fans, and welcome. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the New York Mets going up against the Atlanta Braves. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the swing.
Yeah, anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming your way next. So just about set and on the hill, Grant Holmes.
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
Line drive, and there's a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Here's Juan Soto. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here's Pete Alonso. 3 for 9 of the series coming in. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. First and second, no outs. Here in the third and final game of the series. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. And it's off the wall. One runs in. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Relay throw. Safe. He beats it. And they lead by 2. And his hitting streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the past month.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people around the league are paying serious attention to this streak now, especially the pitchers that are trying to slow him down.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0.
No strikes.
Swung on, belted. And a foul ball. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. Alonso is waved home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 3.
Picks himself up at RBI. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Here's Jesse Winker. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
And another ball. Fastball in for a strike. Now 2-1. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Nimmo aboard here at first with nobody out. Out towards right center field. Harris after it. And there's one down. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. Of course, one of the best players in the game today, Francisco Lindor.
This guy's been a very consistent performer at the plate this year. Top 5 in batting average in the National League. And I tell you what, you got to be good, but you also have to be a little bit lucky. And he's been both, spraying balls all over the yard.
Now, Francisco Alvarez.
He's been doing a good job knocking in his teammates. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked it.
There's a swing and a drive. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Coming home. Head first slide, and he's safe. And they lead by 4.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. Kind of put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
1 out, runner at second. And stepping in is the speedy Luis Angel Acuna. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Acuna on the run. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Harris fires it in quickly, and that holds the lead runner. Now men at first and second.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. That one the other way. Could be extra bases. Here comes Alvarez around third. He'll score easily.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
Brian Snitker out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Grant Holmes won't go any further tonight, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching.
So they turn things over to the righty, Bryce Elder.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
2 on, 1 out, and now it's Jose Siri. Swing and a miss at a slider.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Second and third here, 1 away. Out to short. Allen tags the runner, and no throw. He's into first easily.
The batter, the shortstop, Francisco.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Runner, yes,
First offering, runner goes. That's in for a strike. Throw, safe. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So in the end, 10 come to the plate. 6 of them come around to score. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Mets 6 and the Braves nothing. And we're back. So here's the lefty, David Peterson. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
Swinging a foul straight back. Got him swinging.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Michael Harris the second in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that one fouled off. 1 out, bases empty. Line drive to short and caught. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Matt Olson.
Boog, this is one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. I mean, he's such a consistent hitter. You got to love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see that in this one.
2 down, bases empty. And the batter now, Marcell Ozuna. Ball 1, no strikes.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
And there's a foul ball. 2 outs, bases empty. Ozuna with a homer in his last game. Out to short. Sneaks through, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Batting fourth, the third baseman,
Austin Riley at the plate. Hitless in the first 2 games of the series. He's 0 for 8. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Ozuna, the runner at first with 2 gone. Right through there for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 1 left for Atlanta. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. New inning getting started. Now it's the right fielder, Juan Soto. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
And the righty deals to the right side. And that one finds its way through. And a good start to the inning.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. We've all seen the defensive shift make a big difference in defending against pull hitters, but it's not foolproof. He pulled it as expected, but he found a hole that time.
And now it's going to be Pete Alonso. Nice stop. From his knees, the throw. There's one. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
2 outs, bases empty. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Now fly ball to right center. Harris racing after it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's the second baseman, Ozzy Albies. Albies in his 8th season, hitting 5th in today's lineup, and he's a native of Curacao. Peterson back to work. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Out to short. Lindor throws across the diamond. And a quick out, number 1.
That's what a good sinker is designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some runs while you're at it.
Here's Matt Olson. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Up the middle, Lindor. And Olson is set down.
Batting 7, the left fielder, Jurickson.
2 down, bases empty. Jurickson Profar. Next up for the Braves. Inside, just missed. That misses the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. The throw is still in time, and they do get the 3rd out. The inning is over. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. High fly ball, right field. And Acuna able to make the grab. And there's 1 down.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch, man. He's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. A double and a run scored his first time up. And downstairs.
Counts 1-0.
Swing and a ground ball. Allen whips it to first on the run, and they get the out.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field, and it falls. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
So a man at first. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. Check on the runner, and he's back in easily. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Save.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. And that one is lifted in the air. Harris has a beat on it. Nabs it, and that'll do it. Mets strand one, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. And the slider just misses.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Hit on the ground to short. Oh, great stop. Gathers and throws. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
The effort from both players involved in this play just really stands out to me. We got the diving stop at short, which was outstanding. And how can you not love the hustle flying down the line? That's just great baseball at an extremely high level.
Here's Sean Murphy.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still manages a throw. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. Here's Acuna now.
Number 13.
If you're trying to keep the line moving, this is the guy you want at the plate. Such a good hitter. Can also flash some power.
Swings through that.
Here's an opportunity. If you're going to get back in this game, you have to take advantage of this situation. This feels like their chance.
Close, but called a ball. And now it's even 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
High fly ball out to left field. Nimmo has it sized up. And puts the squeeze on that one. 1 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Michael Harris.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. He's 0 for 1. Swings through that one.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. A single his first time. That's a strike. 0-1. And it's even up to Ozuna. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. 2 left on. 3 innings complete. It's the Mets 6 and the Braves nothing. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. On the ground to third. Slings to first, and 1 gone to the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Now batting, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Francisco Lindor. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Harris sizing this one up. And it's caught for the out.
Up next to the net, the right fielder, Juan.
And now the right fielder, Juan Soto. He's 2 for 2. Splits the plate, strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Hard hit, right side. Over to first. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Mets go down quickly. They lead it, though, 6-0. Back at the ballpark, and in this series, it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. And the first offering, a fastball for a strike.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Comes up empty.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie. You can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Albies stands in now and watches strike 1.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
There's a line drive to left field. Makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Well, a big lead like this is comfortable many times, but not when these two teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Here's Profar now.
Batting,
he's 0 for 1.
Jurickson. Profar.
That's inside.
Inside. Ball, that's just out.
The rest of the lineup could learn a thing or two from this at bat right here. He's been patient, and now he's in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count.
There's a strike.
2-1.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
2-2 the count.
On the ground to third. Beatty to first. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Braves strand 1. They still find themselves down 6-0. We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso. These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry. Elder back to work. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up. And an easy out for the defense.
And first offering is fouled off. Nimmo, 31 years old, and he's been wearing out home plate lately. He scored 10 times in the last 10 games. Oh, and he hit him. He had 2 strikes on him. And he hit him.
The batter, number 3.
Next is the designated hitter, Jesse Winker.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
On the ground, right side to second. That's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Nothing across here this half. One half of the 5th coming up. It's the Mets 6 and the Braves nothing. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. First pitch doesn't find the zone. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Tap foul at the plate. Left field. Nimmo has it sized up. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Murphy, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
And the next pitch is way outside. And they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. A little bit low. Nope. Ball one.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
The Braves with a lot of ground to make up. Last half of inning number 5.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And he's got a double.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in, because he's going to come barreling around first and put some pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, it's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
So man aboard. Michael Harris the second. The next to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Acuna at second with 2 down. And a swing and a miss there.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Back here in Atlanta, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Slider right there. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Pierce Johnson appears to be getting loose. Number 63 also getting ready. And that is out of play. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Swings through that one. 0-1.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
The Mets up big in this one, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Ripped on a line to center. Makes the grab on the run. And there's 2 down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Beatty up to hit for the 3rd time as he lays off inside ball 1. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 2. On the ground, right side, and it gets by him.
Now batting, the center fielder.
So 2 down, Jose Siri up now for the Mets. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. That one almost got him. 2 outs. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Beatty around 3rd. He will score.
Back-to-back base hits, a triple into the opposite field gap. That gets me going right there. Just a perfect swing, man. Like he was still taking BP or something. And then instantly transitions into a base runner. Great hustle to get all the way around to 3rd.
So the lineup flips over. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. 1 for 3. That one down the line. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. Hard in the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Mets 7 and the Braves nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Marcell Ozuna.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Ground ball to the right side, and he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, the 3rd baseman, Austin Riley.
Here's Austin Riley. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back there. It splashes down for a homer. We won't see that ball again. Austin Riley delivers. Home run number 20 on the year, and they're on the board. It's 7-1.
That could be one of those swings that really helps spark this offense. See a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
So 1 out, nobody on. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Gets the slider in there for a strike. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Foul ball, still 0-2. Up the middle, Acuna. In plenty of time to first, and Albies is retired.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
2 outs, base is empty. Here is Matt Olson. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1's the count.
That one in there across the letters.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the bottom of the 6th. Base hit.
The left fielder, number
And
7.
at first, now batting Jurickson Profar. He's grounded out a couple of times. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Olson leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. This to third, Beatty. Throws to first. Profar is out, and that will end the inning. Braves get 1 on the big fly, and the lead is stretched to 7-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 7th, down to number 2. Hitter Juan Soto. And a foul ball.
Ball, that's out.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And it's fouled away. Runner at first with no outs here. Cracks his bat and pops him up. Oh, he botches it. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard.
Up next for the
That's a really tough play as a catcher to jump out of the crouch, pick up the ball, and fire a strike down to second base. You got to remember, that guy's got a lot of gear on, and seems like we see a lot of poor throws from that kind of play, so you really want to be sure of it. Otherwise, take the out at first. You need to get at least 1 out there.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming around third is Soto. Tag, and he's out at the plate.
Clearly being aggressive on the bases right there, trying to add on to that big lead. Credit to the defense, though. Nice execution to cut him down at the plate. Man, it's good to see they're still out there trying to make plays for their pitcher.
Now it's going to be Jesse Winker. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And gone! That's a special one. 100 career homers. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 10-1.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Bryce Elder gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
Pierce Johnson will come in.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Alvarez in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Already 3 runs across in the frame here in the top half of inning number 7. And that one sliced foul. And there's a ball. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. The high heat too much on that one.
The batter number 2.
So up next for New York, Luis Angel Acuna. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
On the ground. The throw to first. That's the 3rd out. Mets get 3 on this homer. And this is now a 10-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Stanek.
He's got some of the best swing and miss stuff going right now. He's striking out hitters at a very high rate this year, so this should be fun to watch.
Nick Allen digs in now. He is singled and he is flied to left.
Allen.
Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
He steps on the bag. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. And the Braves go down quietly. They're down 9. It's 10-1. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Number 7, Brett Baty.
Johnson back to work. Out to center. Harris makes the play. One down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jose.
So digging in, Jose Siri. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And that one in the air center field. Harris sizes this one up, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco.
2 down, bases empty.
Lindor.
And now Francisco Lindor. He's one of the best players in the game. In the air out to center. Allen on the move. Throws to second, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Now pitching for
Back
the Mets.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into the bottom of the
71.
8th. Sean Reed-Foley.
John
Definitely a guy that
Foley.
pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Leading off, Michael Harris the second. Swing and a miss.
0-1's the
Strike
count.
one. Reed-Foley, in his 5th season, he features a four-seam fastball, a changeup,
No ball,
and he
2
works
strikes.
in a slider. The 0-2. That's to third. Tosses to first. One up, one down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Rocketed out towards right center.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Here is Austin Riley. Fought off foul. The 0-1. Cut on and missed 96 of that fastball.
Don't play
0-2 is the
situation
count.
here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His
Batter,
confidence
number
level
1,
has got to be
second
dropping. He's
baseman,
got to find a way to
Albies.
make an adjustment, Boog. Get back on track. His team needs him.
Albies at the plate with 2
0-1.
away. Swings through that one. Swing and a foul out of play. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Rays.
back, and here comes the closer,
Number 26.
Raisel Iglesias. He last
Raisel.
pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel
Iglesias.
pretty fresh. And stepping in for New
Leading off
York,
the Mets,
Juan
the
Soto.
right fielder, Juan
No matter what. Playing this kind of rival, take your game to another level.
Now with the shift on, hits right into it, into the outfield, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Mets, the first baseman.
And here's the
Pete
first baseman, Pete Alonso. And first offering is fouled off.
One ball, two strikes to count.
Oh, right to the backstop. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. And now a man into scoring position.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
Two now. On the ground to third. Tosses to first, and that takes care of Alonso.
Now batting, the left fielder, Brandon.
Next
Nimmo.
is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. One out and a runner at second. Ball one there.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just to waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Missed with a changeup. Ball two. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Slides his hand in there. Save. And it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Winker stands in now, looks at that one inside. Man at first, one away. And that one hammered way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
The catcher, number 4, Francisco Alvarez.
So up next, Francisco Alvarez. Ground ball right side. Fires over to first. And the inning is over. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. It's the Mets 11 and the Braves 1.
Now pitching for
Back
New York,
now as they hand the ball to a fresh
number
arm to start
43,
the bottom of the ninth, Huascar Brazoban.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
For the Braves,
Here's Matt
the
Olson
first
now.
baseman, Matt Olson.
And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
1's the count.
The other way, and he beats the shift. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Profar climbs in on that left side. He's been a great free agent side. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. There's a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out. Nick Allen now at the plate. Pitch misses, and that's ball one. Olsen, the runner at third. Profar at first with no outs. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a swing and a miss. One gone here. 2 on with 1 out. Sean Murphy will hit next.
Murphy.
And there's the strike.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Here's the 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Braves down to their final out.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there, and it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
No balls, 2 strikes.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
What an incredible accomplishment. 22 wins in a row. You know how hard it is to do that, to come to the ballpark against a very good team on the other side of the diamond that are all major leaguers, but to reel off 22 wins, just incredible. That ties Cleveland's run in 2017, and I want to see if they can keep this thing going, maybe even get it to 30.
An 11-1 final. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John.